everyone, it's me, Asleep again. We're back again to the series after like 1 year, which is the first episode was reviewing Transformer ones, which is an incredible movie, but failed miserably, unfortunately. And yeah, we're also back into the setting where it's just me talking to you guys, uh, with an actual camera. So this format should was actually gonna make a cameo in the animation versus animator timeline series where I would pop up like this in the start of the video as an intro, but I just decided to cut that because it just kind of not really helped flow the video that well. And this video isn't supposed to be the second Dear YouTube video. It's supposed to be me reviewing Manus Combat because of how much it has boosted my channel. I was about to make a video on that, but I feel like my video that I made reviewing that didn't really do much fairness to it. I feel like if I want to make it, I have to make a full in-depth, like a special long video instead of just me talking like this on my ass. Because I feel like me talking like this doesn't really do the series justice with a decade-long history and all the incredible stuff it has made with the community and the series itself. So stay tuned for that if I decide to make an actual reviewing of Madness Combat. This video is recorded on 31st of December 2025. So it's technically 2025 right now when I record it. So even though this video will be released on 2026, I can still title it as of 2025. So yeah, welcome to Dear YouTube. Yeah, this video would just be me reviewing an addiction that I have been getting into to cope with the reality that is life. Wasted a lot of money on this too. So yeah, I'm gonna be starting with an entry that has the least amount of collection that I have. Then we'll work all the way up to the franchise that has the most collection that I have. So let's start with the first one. One Punch Man. Yes, I know about the whole debacle on One Punch Man season 3, but I still love the series. The series is great. So yeah, I recently have find one of the only store that actually sell One Punch Man figurines, and this is what I bought because this is the only entry in the whole entire store, which is Mumen Rider, a classy hero, but one of my favorite characters, my favorite heroes in the entire series because he's actually the GOAT, and I really love his whole character of him being just practically just a normal guy, but with a strong sense of justice that's just trying his best to help people. It's pretty good. I really love the texture and I really love how they really lovingly remade his design into the actual figurines. I feel like this is very accurate. But yeah, that's our first entry, One Punch Man. Starting off big with this one. This is Naruto. Before you ask, no, I haven't watched Naruto yet. The only two franchise that I actually watch is this One Punch Man, JoJo, and Spike Family. So yeah, and you can also expect a review on those series that I've watched and some character retrospective on that. But I still haven't to finish all the characters I have planned for Man's Combat retrospective first. But yeah, back to Naruto. Oh, his figurine's a little bit weird. I don't know if this is intentional because I haven't watched the show yet. Maybe it's a reference to the show, but his skin tone is a little bit not consistent. I don't know how his skin tone is supposed to be, but I feel like it's a little bit weird. Maybe it's intentional. I don't really know. I don't want to sound, you know, this might be a quality issue. From afar, he does look pretty good. Like his suit, his quality, his hair, all the stuff still look pretty good, but just his skin tone's a little bit weird. This is one of the medium-sized figurine that I have. So yeah, and it's from Naruto, one of the series I haven't watched yet, and it's gonna be a running theme into this collection that I have. Also, let me fucking plug this back in. This guy, I don't want to put out his entire stand out for because it's gonna be hard to put him back together. But this is Ryuk from Death Note franchise. Oh, I haven't watched it either. But yeah, this Ryu from Death Note franchise, who I think is like Yagami, the main protagonist, Shinigami, the one who give him the Death Note. This is one of the first figurines that I got alongside some of the other ones. But yeah, he's in this position. He has a stand that is has like a plastic up his ass, and then he would seems like he's flying in his fucking wing ferrule. Yeah, that's one of the problems I have with this figurines also because His parts is a little bit annoying because sometimes fall out in the very early stage, but I just put him up there and never touch him again, just watching him from there. But because I'm scared his wing will fall off. But yeah, he's one of the better quality ones I have in the shelf. Just look at him. Just a little bit of problem because this is a second-hand version. There's gonna be some stain on there, some like brown stain. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, this Ryuk. Let's see the other one. I don't even know if you can consider this a figurines, but yeah, this is a bobblehead. No, this is a Thanos bobblehead. One of the first one that I have, which has a very significant time span from my collection and this guy. This is probably like 2 years time gap between this guy and that guy. I don't know why I bought him actually. I guess I love his face. His face is a little bit devious and like see that. I guess I love that, so I bought him for that. But yeah, let's quickly move on to the other ones. Small one this time. It's Buttercup from Powerpuff Girl. This is not a figurines I bought myself. This is my father giving it to me because there was a promotion on one of the cleaning supplies. It just so happened to also give you this if you bought a certain amount of the cleaning supplies, which it so happened to be a model like this, which also come with this is basically this. So basically that. I don't remember what they call it. Time sand thingy. I don't know, but yeah, it's also come with that. Before you ask, I have tested. It's around only 2 or 3 minutes, so it's not that long because of how much sand it really have in this. But yeah, it's just a silly thingy that I didn't buy myself and got it for free from my father. Thank you, Dad. And this is also another free one. This is not from my father. This is just because I bought a lot of figurines from one place. It's a Chinese marketplace thingy. So of course. But yeah, this is a free one because I bought like 8 characters in there and they were like, oh, this guy bought a lot. Let's give this to him. Which thank you, I guess. But it's a Harry Potter character. I don't remember who this guy is. It's a blonde guy. So if anybody knows, please comment down below. I haven't watched the Harry Potter series yet because I'm very uncultured. They actually have you pick between a lot of the Harry Potter's character that they have which I don't know any of it, and they don't have Harry, so I didn't pick Harry. I just picked this guy. But yeah, overall his quality is fine compared to a lot of the stuff I bought for the Chinese place that have a problem with the stand and all the stuff, especially the 8 character I bought that got him for free, which just so happened the free one is the most best quality for some reason. But yeah, let's move on to the others. Shaw! It's Hornet! I don't know if this legal or not, but it's Hornet. It's a bootleg Hornet. Cyberpunk style. I don't know where this is originated from, but it's Hornet. And because of Silk Song coming out, I just like, oh shit, I gotta buy this. For a bootleg, it's actually really good quality. Even though the plastic looked like they're made of clay, and for some reason she also had this. Maybe it's like some like hanging stuff you can put in there. I don't know what that all about, but yeah. Hornet. I haven't found an official, or I haven't found anything related to a normal Hornet or the Knight or the other character. Only found this one, a Cyberpunk Hornet and a Cyberpunk Squirrel, which I didn't bought. But yeah, Cyberpunk Hornet. Oh yeah, and her feet fucking came out. Now it's time for the entry that only has 2 characters. It's One Piece. Due to recent One Piece news of like season 1 of being like 1,000 episodes, I haven't watched One Piece yet. So this is one of the things that I bought. This is Luffy, of course. I decided to buy him because his quality is really good. Something fall off, and I really love it. Oh, I know who fall off. We will know about him later. Sand's also movable. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, he looked really good. And the other guy is still Luffy, but in his Gear 5 form. Look at that. This guy has a lot of lore behind him. So when I first got him, I didn't got him. It was my cousin who got him, and he gave it to me. It's from a gachapon, so he gambled it for me along with another one of them that is gambled by my mother. This is one of the one that he gambled and he gave it to me. So after I got him, he's supposed to be reattached because him and his body and all these clouds is not with him, which is makes sense because how are you gonna get him back if he's just like this? It's gonna fucking fall off anywhere. He's gonna broke. So yeah, been separate So got back home, I attached it with all the other figurines that have to be attached. And come to this guy. This guy only have one attached to his feet, and the other feet doesn't have one. So he keep falling over because of his big ass head. So I was like, never mind. I will try to figure it out later. So I put the clouds behind him first. Well, I think this is smoke actually. But yeah, I put it behind him first, and then I'll ask my dad to help me uh, make him look, stable, just kind of like this. So he got some tape. So he put some tape, and I brought him back and put him on the shelf. And you know what happened? He fucking fall off because of his big ass head and damages one of the characters. So that is unfortunate. So I told my dad again, hey, should I get a hot glue instead? So he put a hot glue, and the hot glue drip, and it burns my dad. Sorry about that, Dad. But yeah, this guy gone through a lot of trouble to be stable like this. And does he look cool? Absolutely. But does he bring a lot of trouble? Absolutely. And yeah, that's the two One Piece character I have. I will probably watch One Piece and possibly try to caught up with it, but I still have a lot of series I want to watch. Unfortunately, I only bought two JoJo's figurines. Not because I don't find anyone, because I don't find anything I like, or because, you know, I just don't want to buy them. It's because they don't have any of them. They mostly have a low quality version of them. So this is the first one that I bought, Killer Queen. I don't know if this is official or not. His ass cheeks also out, so you gotta censor that. He looked pretty cool. Look at him, look at his hand. It looked really good. But yeah, Killer Queen, very high quality, very good. I love him. And the first one I got. And here's Rohan. Of course it's fucking Rohan. The one of the few that I found is fucking Rohan. Look pretty cool. I love his chibi style. I love this. And I love that you can also move his arm. Look pretty good. And Rohan is actually one of my favorite characters from JoJo, even though a lot of people don't like him, which understandably why. But yeah, Rohan and Killer Queen is the only two that I found from a JoJo figurine. So let's move on to the others. So we are now entering a territory with a lot of characters that I have bought. First, let's start with the least amount, which is Transformer first. I think it's from, I don't remember. It's from Blokees something. I don't know. This is kind of like a Lego thingy that you can attach. This thing has a lot of problem because I'm untalented, so I'm gonna have my parents help me with attaching to these guys. But I really love them. They look very cute, and I love their quality plastic. I love that you can just move him around like this. You can make him do all type of poses, uh, like this. Yeah, they look really good. They are very high quality plastic, and I really love that you can move them. Cause kind of like Legos and stuff. And I don't just bought two of these guys, two of the small guys, because that wouldn't be me. I was too stubborn. I could have bought more. So got this problematic guy. I think this is Bumblebee. I don't know. I don't really sure. Why is this guy problematic? Because his pieces are so fucking rough that you gotta have some kind of oil to help him to be attached. Which we don't have that kind of thing because we don't really buy a lot of these stuff. So it took him. I had my dad help me. It took like 2 or 3 hours to actually finish him. But at the end result, he looked pretty good. You can also fucking break his hand for some reason. Yeah, you can make him do split. You can fucking use this. But yeah, there's also a lot of hands that come with him. Unfortunately, I would never use those hands because these guys are just for showcase for me to see while I cope with the reality that is life. It's Chainsaw Man. And before you ask, yes, there's only Denji. Because I haven't watched Chainsaw Man yet. And they don't sell any other Chainsaw Man characters. Yeah, well, they sell them. But I feel like the Denji figurines that I found is way more interesting than the one they sell of Power, Makima, and all that stuff. So yeah, this I bought three Denjis and Poshita figurines from Chainsaw Man. This is the first one. I really love him. Look at that tongue. And this guy is the most least problematic out of the two of the Denji figurines that I bought. I'll explain why. Now let's move on to the other one. It's this guy. You know why? Because his fucking head can be can be detached like this. This is why he's also the top two most problematic one that I bought. Because do you remember that I told you about the time where the Gear 5 Luffy fall off? Well, he took this guy down with him. It took his clean off. I gotta fucking reattach him. I gotta reposition him. So that was a little bit stressful because I don't know if he got damages or not, but he still looked fine. And let's move on. Before I move on to the big one, Pushita, the dog. This is one that comes with the first Denji figurines. They come in pairs. So you pay for one and you got another one. I don't have a lot to say about him. I just think he looked very cute. And you can also do this with him, I guess. Well, not really, because he's gonna fall off. But you can like fucking make him a keyring or something. I don't know. But yeah, he looked really cute. He looked really good. Let's move on to the big one. Big one come with big problems. Well, not really. But he gotta be separated and be reattached back home. So when I got him, I reattached him. Everything reattached fine, except for this fucking arm. This fucking arm is not fine to be reattached. And you know what happened to it? Can you see? One of the blade is broken. I don't know what happened. I just kind of scratched it and it's broken. So now I'll be very careful to fucking reattach this arm because there might be a chance that a bigger one might be broken from his chainsaw arm. But anyway, I really love this model. It's one of the biggest model I have. No, not really. The Naruto one's bigger than this. But I really love it because it has a lot of posing. It has a lot of detail on it. I really love him. This skull is also detachable, but I'm not going to detach it because there's a chance his leg might win with him. But yeah, I really love it. Yeah, that's all for my four of my Chainsaw Man figurines. Let's move on to the other franchise. Is Frieren. This is Stark. I don't remember this girl name because I also haven't watched Frieren yet. Yeah, I bought them in pair actually. This is the main pair, you know, the present time pair. Stark and the girl, I don't remember her name. And Hemlock, Hemlock and is this Hemlock? No, it's Himmel, not Hemlock. Hemlock is the character from fucking Spy Family. It's Himmel and Frieren. You know, the oldies, the one that die and the one that still survive. Yeah, they're very fragile also. They could be detached very easily from their stand, and their weapon can be easily detached while they're on transport. Because that's what happened when they got back home. Their weapons got detached. So I gotta attach them back, and I was afraid for it to get break because of how fragile this thing is. The Chainsaw Man incident didn't happen yet, so I didn't know how fragile this thing could be. But yeah, I was afraid it would break. So I was being very careful and being very nervous trying to put the weapon back to them. And I still worried that it would fucking fall off after all this time that they've been on my shelf. But yeah, I really love them. They very of high quality. I cannot tell how accurate they are because I haven't watched the Frieren anime series, but they look very cute. They look very good. They are very high quality, except for how fragile they are. But I really love them. So let's move on to the next series. This is the second to last series of the amount of the most amount. I don't know. I didn't count them yet, but this is Spike's family. This is Anya. This is her winter clothes, I think, from the Code White movie. But yeah, she looked very cute in this. Look at her. Look at her smile. She's very cute. Look at her bright green eye. And then we have Lloyd, who also have lore. Because if you look closely, he has some kind of white stuff on his feet. And don't think any of the gross white stuff. It's the glue, actually. Because of his big ass fucking head. Keep making him unbalanced and making him fall off every fucking time I put him on. So I gotta ask my mom, hey, do you have some glue to put on him so he wouldn't fall off? And she did. And that's why he got the white stuff here. And funny story, I found these two at the same time, but not Yor. And I found these two bubblehead of Anya and Yor, but not Lloyd. But yeah, this, you know, your typical bubblehead. They look very good. Look at it being ippy weepy with her fucking mother. But yeah, it's a very hilarious story. I found those two small model without Yor, and I found these two bubblehead model without Lloyd. It's like they don't want me to have the whole entire family. And I did went back to the place where I bought this version of Lloyd and Anya, try to find Yor again, but I didn't find Yor. I found the other character instead, which is one of the friends. I don't know if it's Emil or Ivan or the friends of Damien. He's still on sale, not with Damien for some reason, and not with his other friend for some reason. I don't know why, but he is the only one on sale for some reason. And Yuri, I found her brother, but not her. And this is when he was bringing flowers when hearing about her quote unquote marriage with Lloyd in the series. You know, it looked pretty good. Let's move on to the last franchise. The franchise that has the most thought of, but I haven't finished watching the series yet. What's funny about all this? When the house burned down or when I moved places, I could have brought all these with me. And there's like 20 of them. I don't know how I'm gonna bot them back or how I'm gonna save them when the fire inevitably happened because these things are so fire conductive because they're plastic. One of the most popular series right now in my country because they sell a whole bunch of these guys along with One Piece and all the other shonen manga. This is Gojo, the one that has the most models out of everyone in my shelf. You know why? Because for some reason they really love him. Can you guess why they love him? But yeah, this is him doing the domain expansion against Jogo to override his domain and all those stuff. Yeah, look at him. It's very cool. Here's Bubblehead Yuji, one of the few other JJK character I can find from the same place I bought all these Gojo stuff. Because if I, the only reason I found the other ones is from the other places that I didn't bought these Gojo stuff from because they just love Gojo so much. They love him more than the actual protagonist of the series, and the actual villain, and the main villain of the series. Because I haven't found Sukuna yet, except for one place that I didn't buy him because I expensed my allowance. But yeah, this is him. He looked pretty cute. Look at his spiky head. Look at his blue head. Look at him. Look at him go. Yeah, yeah. Bubblehead Yuji. This is Gojo. One of the few also medium-sized model. This is Gojo in his teenage when he was awakening his true potential as a six-eyed user, I think, against Toji Fushiguro. Unfortunately, he took up a lot of space because of his leg, stand, and all those stuff. So right now he's been placed alongside that Naruto figurine because that's the only few places that these two can go in without cramping another other fucking smaller models I have. Speaking of Gojo, let's get all his models that I have from him out of the way. This is another Gojo that I have. This guy is the one who fall during I think it was one of the Transformer when I was reviewing the Transformer figurines. He was the one who fell a lot for some reason because he doesn't fail daily. He fell almost fucking weekly. I think this guy fell on Monday, and now he fell on today, Wednesday. I don't know why that is, but yeah, his models look pretty good. Uh, he got yeah, he looked pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at all these detail. Look at his hair detail. Look at his eyes. Look at these. He's a very good high quality because this is also one of the few that I bought the same place as I think Luffy, those Luffy guys. And that place has a lot of good quality model. I think it's one of the big malls. It's one of the central mall I have in the country. I have that my country have. Let's move on to his best friend, Suguru Geto. I have two of his evil present self and his his teenage year. This is the first one I got from him. He's one of the few characters that I could found in the place that is mostly Gojo related that been bought. He's one of the one that I found, and he's really, really fragile. You can move his arm, but it's also come in his pocket, so most of the time it'd be better if you just fucking keep his hand in his pocket so it will look most right. He also can be very detached very easily. So sometime in the first early day, he just fucking fall off also. But yeah, that is the first one. He's very fragile, but he looked pretty good. And now let's get why I have two of these guys who pretty much look the same pose. This guy just look a little bit less chibi compared to this guy. This guy was one of the one that got from Gachapon alongside Luffy Gear 5. But this one is from my mother, and she gambled this one for me. One of the characters that I already have, which I'm not complaining because I would want more character from JJK that's not fucking Gojo all the time. Compared to this guy, I prefer this one more. because I love everything about this more than compared to this one, which is more like this one, which mean they're also very fragile and can be detached very easily. Right now, they're fucking floating everywhere. He actually floating right now. But yeah, all these stuffs look pretty good, and I love them. I would always be open to buy more stuff from JJK that is not Satoru Gojo all the time. Now, it's all the remaining few JJK characters. Let's start off with the main protagonist, Yuji Itadori. One of the few Yuji Itadori that I could found, because for some reason they don't sell him at all in my country. Only Gojo, as I have mentioned before. I think I picked this because he was wearing his school uniform, because most of the other ones in his casual clothes, and I was like, I could buy most of his, the most iconic version of him. So after that, I could have bought whatever of him. And here's his friend, not Megumi, because he thought that guy is in a gachapon. And I didn't buy him because, as I said, I have burned out all my allowance by then. How do I fucking attach it back here? Is Nobara Kugisaki. I don't know what to say about her. But yeah, she's one of the very few that doesn't have any models could find bite of her. This is the only one I could found of her. I think there was some of her in the central place that I bought Yuji, the Gojo thing, and a lot of JJK stuff. But yeah, this is the only one I could find, really, that really stick out to me. She's also very fragile, because right now she's gonna fall over, and she's gonna fucking fall off from her stand anytime right now. I don't know what's going to happen, but whatever. Now let's review to this guy. Best friend, of course. This guy definitely didn't get killed by this guy at all. This is Nanami Kento. And if you could see in this frame, his head is a little bit yellow than his fucking arm. I don't know why. And this is not the second hand problem, because in the central place that I bought all the other characters from, including Mahito, his head is still yellow. I don't know why that's it. Maybe he's getting touched by Mahito in that moment and he's about to die or something. I don't know. Let's move on to the other guy. Mahito. The guy who just killed the other guy. He's one of the very few also that I couldn't found, even though he's one of the most popular characters in JJK, including Nanami Kento also, because all the fucking stuff is dominated by purely Satoru Gojo. I know he's a popular guy and he's a very hot man, but I don't know why. There's so very few of the other characters who's as much as popular as Satoru Gojo. Mahito, the main villain for the first few arcs and the main threat against Yuji Itadori in Shibuya arc. And this guy, one of the primary allies from the start to the Shibuya arc, because he died in Shibuya arc. And also one of the lasting impact, and one of the last remaining remnants from Gojo Satoru past. Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, they look very good. He's cute in this one. I don't know why. I never thought I would say that about a guy as horrible as Mahito is, but yeah. Let's move on to the last one. I saved this one for last, not because it's the best, but because I didn't bother to pair him with anyone, as I can say. Toge Inumaki. I don't know what to say about him. He's this curse speech user, one of the only one that is in the series. He's very significant early on, but after that he just kind of fall into another background character, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, I bought him because he's also I think he's one of the first one that I can found from JJK stuff that isn't Gojo Satoru. That's why I bought him. He's also one of the few I could find for some reason. I don't know why they don't have Hakari. Well, Hakari hasn't been animated. That's why he isn't there yet. Duh. But I don't know why there's no Toto, there's no more Nanami, there's no more Yaga, there's no fucking the other of the fucking like Mekamaru, Maki, Mai, Yuta, there's none of them. But there's this guy popping out from the midst of all the Gojo Satoru. But yeah, Tuna Mayo. And that's all of my figurine collection. That's all my nerd shit. Alright. So thank you for everyone who watched until this. I will try to upload more in 2026, and I took like 6 months hiatus between the first video and the last video of almost the last video of the year. But yeah, I'll try to upload more. Subscribe to my channel, check my description for all the social media. Join my channel if you want to see all the early access, all the extra content, whatever, all the leaks, all the teaser. And vote and check my community vote, because sometimes I'll post on there and you can vote on which character you want character perspective of. And yes, next video is probably gonna be Chibidam character retrospective, one of the last major characters in Madness Combat. And after that, I will gonna take another break and I will make another poll for you guys. And by break, I mean I will just make another video like these dear YouTube video instead of the character retrospective, because character retrospective take a lot of time out of my life and take a very long time to make. So yeah, stay tuned for that video and see ya in the next video. Happy New Year's!